Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. As you all know, my name is Norat Bello and welcome to Norat Bello's vlog. Okay, on today's episode I will be talking about all the documents that you'll be needing to apply for the SINP Hard-to-fill-skill program, and also the steps that it takes, and also the time frame that it all takes. And hopefully I hope this video is very useful to some people that would like to take this route. And if this is what you're interested in, please stay tuned and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and also press the like button, that is thumbs up. And also don't forget to press the subscribe button, and then click on the notification bell so you can watch my videos whenever I post them. And I'll see you soon. Okay, so like I said earlier, this video is going to be about all the documents required for the SINP Hard-to-fill-skill program. So I'll be looking down on my book. I have a big book here that I actually put down everything so I don't miss out on any point. So it's actually in two parts. We have step one, and also we have part one and part two. The step one is about the part one actually is about 11 steps, and I'll be reading that out and also be explaining more on each point. So but before we go, one of the requirements for you to be eligible for the Hard-to-fill-skill SINP, I'm going to read it out now. You need to already have a full-time job offer from a Saskatchewan employer. That is, you need to go to Sax Job and then put out your application. You know, you have to look out for the jobs that you are intended to, that you wanted to do, you know, then you apply for it, and hopefully there's an employer that gives you a job offer. And the job offer have to be a full-time offer, and then it has to be from a Saskatchewan employer. The number two, you also need to have SINP job approval letter. In most cases, job approval letter takes about some weeks to come out if your employer is just new to the SINP platform. But during my case, it was a bit faster because my employer actually gave me my job approval letter the next day after I had already been given my offer letter. So it was quite fast. I guess she was already in the pool of the OSS network, which is the SINP, and I got lucky, so it made my process faster. Then the next one now is you need to provide a proof of your education. That is, you need to have already done WES, which is you need to send your transcript. Not you need to communicate with your school, be it university or polytechnic, to send your transcript to WES, which is World Education Service, for them to verify your credentials, and also for them to be able to match it with what they are using here. Because I went to polytechnic and I had my HND and ND, so they were able to verify my transcript, and then I was given an ECA report from WES, which is what I used when I was applying for this route. Then the fourth one, you need to already have your health result, and the CLB, the Canadian benchmark that they require for this route is just 4 bands 4, so it's nothing you really have to stress yourself. Just prepare minimally and then go into the exam hall and write your IELTS, and then ensure that you score 4 or above. You know, there's no harm in trying, so just try to give it your best. But what they're looking for is band 4, so that's okay. Moving on, the minimum education required for this route, it's actually a high school. So you can see that because it's a NOC program, you don't need to have BSc or Masters, or you don't need to have a doctorate degree for you to be able to apply for this. The minimum education is high school, which is a secondary school back home in Nigeria. So you see, you have nothing to lose. Just give it your best and apply. And also, the minimum work experience required for this route, again, is just 1 year paid full-time employment. So before you apply for this job, you have to ensure that you already have 1 year full-time employment in the intended occupation that you're about to apply for. So don't get it twisted, guys. It is just easy. Now I'll recap again. The first one is you need to school. So, and now moving on to, that's for step one in part one. Now step two, you also need to be able to provide your current residence and also your settlement destination. That is, when you have all of the first requirements in part 1, part of the form that you're going to be required to fill, or part of the form online on the Oasis network that you're going to be required to fill, is that you need to let them know where you're living, your citizenship, the current country that you're living, and also the destination that you'll be settling when you come to Canada. So you don't need to know your status in the country. Some people are applying from outside Nigeria, even though they're from Nigeria. So you have to let them know the status on the country where you're applying for, and so on. Then step 3, your applicant detail. This requires your age at the time when you're applying. At the time when I applied, I gave them my age with the month. Say for example you are 35, and then you're 35 years and 2 months. You have to state it there that you're 35 years 2 months, so you don't have to take anything back. And then your state of origin, your country of birth, your highest level of education. This is also important, you have to state it there. Then the intended occupation, that is, you need to know the NOC code of what you're applying for. That is, for example, I came here on a work permit to work as a personal care aide, and my NOC code is NOC 3413 at the time that I applied. So I was able to know, I knew my NOC code, and I was able to put it in the application while I was doing it. So all of these are what you need. So step 4 now is about your applicant declaration and consent. You need to be able to declare that all information that you are given are correct, true, and there is no lie, and they're complete. So there is a part where you have to check a box that everything you're giving, all the information that you're providing to SINP is correct, truthful, and complete. There is no misinformation, there is no misappropriation and all. Then you also have to give consent to that. Then you also have to declare that you are coming to Canada to live in Saskatchewan, that is the province that nominates you. Take for just a little recap. All the stuff I'm giving is for SINP Hard-to-fill-skill pilot program. This program requires some steps, some of the steps you have to go through, and which is what I've been saying. So don't get it confused with the other program that are available for you to come to Canada. And this is a work permit route, so please don't get it twisted. And please don't forget to use the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and also turn up your notification button so that you can get alert whenever I post a new video. And also don't forget to share the video if you think it's worth it, or if you think to help someone out there that's preparing to come to Canada on work visa. So after the declaration on consent, the next one is that you also need to declare your citizenship. That is, you need to upload your passport, your original passport, back home. That is, when I was in Nigeria, I was told to upload all of that, and I did that. Then also the step 6 is your birth document. All of this document, I'm actually making this video to make it easier, so that by the time you have your job offer, it's going to be like a plug and play when you are filling the form on the Oasis network. So I believe this video will help someone in the future. So the next one is your birth certificates. You need to upload your birth certificate and also upload the birth certificate of your spouse and dependent children. What do I mean by this? If you have intention of coming to Canada with your family, be it your children and also your spouse, this is the point where you have to upload your own birth certificate to show that yes, you're coming with the dependent children. Because when I was doing mine, I did all of this and it worked. It helped me to come to Canada with my family. Now, step 7, your passport. Yeah, like I mentioned, you need to upload your passport. You also need to let them know your passport number. And one thing again is that you have to ensure that your passport has more validity than the job offer. Take for example, if your job offer is 2 years, you need to have your passport that can cover up to that. Because while I was applying for mine, my passport was about to expire, so I had to go for a new passport that had 5 years validity. So with that, I was okay. Moving on to step 8. Step 8 is about your marital status. You need to let them know if you're married or single, and if you're married, you have to upload your marriage certificates. I did when I was doing mine, so as to show that yes, I'm married to my husband, that I uploaded the birth certificates in the previous step. So if you are married and you don't have a marriage certificate, this is the right time for you to go to any court of law to do that. When I was in Nigeria, I live in Lagos, so I went to Ikoyi registry I when I was getting married, I did my court wedding, and then I had my certificate. So I used that when I was applying for this program. And then the step now is education record. You need to let them know your transcript. You know, in part one I told you that you need to you need to ask your school, be it university or polytechnic, to send your transcript to West Canada, because there are two types of West. There's West US and there's West Canada. So you need to allow them to send your transcript to West Canada, so as for them to verify your credentials. So this you have to do it because you're going to have to upload the your transcripts, I mean your ECA report now this time around on the platform for them to be able to view and, you know, see for sure that you actually passed the process. And also okay, step 10 now, your work experience. In this place you have to upload your current job offer letter. Yes, the job you are doing now. Let's say for example, because when I was applying, I was working as a healthcare assistant back in Nigeria, so I had my offer letter ready, and then I also asked the HR department to help me print my pay stubs, and then I was able to get my pay stubs backdated to 6 months prior to that time. So it's advisable that you keep your current offer letter where you're working, and also you can ask for your pay stubs back to 6 months until the time you're applying, so that you can use these two documents to when you are uploading. You have to upload these two documents. It's very, very important. Then step 2 now, English and French ability. You have to show them that yes, you are either proficient in either English or French, because these are the two official languages in Canada. So I did my IELTS back in 2021, and I was so lucky because it was about the time that to expire that I was applying for this program, and I got lucky because it just about a few months for it to expire, and I was able to use it after all. Okay, so you have to upload your IELTS results. I mean IELTS certificate now, not result, not the one you get online, but the one that you have to go to IELTS office, the one that is close to your area. You know, you collect your certificate and then you upload it in PDF. Mind you, all what you're uploading are going to be in PDF, so that it'll be official or not, so that no document will be missing. And then you have to, there's a part where you have to impute each band score for your reading, speaking, writing, and listening. So when I did my IELTS, I maxed band 7, so I believe I had enough chance to prove to them that yes, I'm proficient in speaking English. So it was easy for me to do that. So you need to upload a valid IELTS test result or CELPIP or whatever English language test you have. And then now, you know, like I said from the beginning of the video, I said this video are in 2 parts. We have part 1 and part 2. So I'll just finish with the part 1 now. Then the part 2 now, what you're going to be giving them for the part 2 is that you need to provide your proof of employment. They need all these documents for them to verify your work experience. Now, you know, like I said, like part of the steps in part 1 require that you also show them the proof of your current employment, which is your offer letter, pay stubs, and what have you. So in this part now, they are still going to request that you upload your proof of employment and also upload your tax, that is your income tax return, or if you're tax free, you also need to let them know that your occupation is tax free. And also you also need to upload a reference letter. That's for part 2 anyway. And your pension funds, this are really, really serious, because when I was working, it was something that it was difficult for me to get the pension fund certificate, but I was able to pull through anyway. So I got it and I uploaded it. And these documents are required for them to verify your work experience, to see if you're truly fit to be given the nomination to come to Canada to work under the skilled worker program. So that is all for this. I don't want to bore you with so much story. So this is everything about the document that you'll be needing for SINP Hard-to-fill-skill, and I'll be leaving the link on how to sign up on Oasis Network. You can go ahead and sign up on them, even though you don't have a job offer, just to keep it warming up. And you also need to go to Sax Jobs so that you can you can start applying. And even though you've not done your transcript, or you've not done your WES, or you've not done IELTS, just start applying for job. I know one day you're gonna get lucky, just like I am, and I wish you all the best. Thank you so much for watching my video. I'll see you soon in my next video. Bye.